Hello everyone. I am deeply saddened by the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. As you know, she is the Queen of England who reigned for 70 years. What is her life story like? Let's study together. Queen Elizabeth II, or Elizabeth Alexandria Mary, is Queen of the 16th Commonwealth of Nations in a constitutional monarchy and presides over the 54th member Commonwealth of Nations. Upon taking the throne on 6 February 1952, even Elizabeth became the leader of the Commonwealth of Nations. His 70 years reign is the longest in the history of the British monarchy and the second longest reigning monarch in the world, surpassing the reign of his great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, who reigned for 63 years. Elizabeth was the first child of Albert Frederick Arthur George, or called King George VI, and his wife Elizabeth Angela Mercury Bowen-Lyon, or called Queen Elizabeth I. Elizabeth was born by cesarean section at her grandfather's house at 17 Bruton Street, Mayfair, London, on April 21st, 1926, at 2:40 a.m. Elizabeth has a daughter, Princess Margaret, who is 4 years younger. In 1936, Elizabeth's father then ascended the throne and became king, and Elizabeth automatically became throne princess, or next in line to the throne, and was given the title Her Royal Highness the Princess Elizabeth. In September 1939, UK entered World War II, which lasted until 1945. During this period, London was repeatedly attacked and bombed by German forces, and many children were evacuated. In 1940, at the age of 14, Elizabeth produced her first radio program for the BBC Children's Hour. During her program, Elizabeth greeted and comforted other children who had been evacuated from the city. She explained, "We must do everything in our power to help our brave sailors, soldiers, and airmen. We must also strive to distance ourselves from the dangers and suffering of war. We all know that in the end, everything will be fine." In February 1945, Elizabeth joined the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service as an honorary subaltern. She trained as a driver and mechanic and was promoted to honorary junior commander after 5 months. Elizabeth met her future husband, Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, in 1934 and 1937. They are both second cousins in Christian name Bothline and third cousins in Queen Victoria's line. With Great Britain still not fully recovered from the post-war devastation, Elizabeth using Russian coupons to purchase the material for a dress designed by Norman Hetnell. On November 14, 1948, Elizabeth gave birth to her first child, Prince Charles, and her second child, Princess Anne, was born in 1950. Before you continue this video, please subscribe, like, and turn on the notification. They had just arrived in Kenya on February 6, 1952, when Philip was informed of the king's death. Philip then broke the news to his wife. Great Britain mourned the death of Queen Mary on March 24, but Queen Elizabeth's accession took place on June 2, 1953. The ceremony was held at Westminster Abbey and was also the first television accession ceremony. Between 1953 and 1954, the Queen and her husband made official visits to various countries around the world for 6 months. She was the first monarch to visit Australia and New Zealand. In 1957, Queen Elizabeth II made an official visit to the United States. During her visit, the Queen addressed the United Nations General Assembly on behalf of the Commonwealth of Nations. During the same visit, the Queen opened Canada's 23rd Parliament. This was the first Canadian monarchy to have a parliament. In the 1960s and 1970s, Queen Elizabeth witnessed the colonization of British colonies in Africa and the Caribbean. More than 20 nations received independence from the UK as a part of their transition to self-government. Despite appearing healthy for the rest of her life, the Queen underwent laparoscopic surgery on both knees in 2003. On March 3, 2013, Elizabeth was admitted to King Edward VII Hospital with peritonitis. The next day, she returned to Buckingham Palace. In February 2022, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit the UK, the Queen was one of many people at Windsor Castle who tested positive for COVID-19. Queen Elizabeth II at Balmoral Palace, Scotland, on September 8, 2022, was passed away at the age of 96. The announcement was made at 6:31 p.m. British Summer Time. Earlier in the day, doctors report that his health was deteriorating rapidly and placed her under medical supervision. After her death, her eldest son, King Charles III, succeeded his mom as the reigning ruler and king of Great Britain and 14 other Commonwealth kingdoms. This is the life story of Queen Elizabeth II. May she rest in peace, and to King Charles III, may God save the King. Thank you for watching, and see you later.